Ladies and gentlemen, we have some good news today. Well, this evening, actually. Tropical Tidbits, as you can see, is back online. Bad news is, though, the satellite imagery is quite delayed, so we're gonna go ahead and make do with it. This is outdated. Keep that in mind, real quickly. So, yeah, just keep that in mind as we continue with this update. So, I apologize for that. So, we have the latest on Tropical Storm Peter. We're going to go to the public advisory. Tropical as of 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the center of Tropical Storm Peter was located near latitude 18.4 degrees north. Like, that would have been impossible for it to be 84 degrees north. I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, the longitude is 57.8 degrees west. It is moving at the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour and is expected to continue with a gradual decrease in forward speed as it and is expected by basically from now through Tuesday. So we're going to keep that in mind. A turn to the northwest is expected to occur by Wednesday. On the forecast track of Peter is expected to pass well north of the Leeward Islands on Monday and Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds are still at 45 miles per hour. Their tropical storm force winds are now out 125 miles from the center, primarily in that northeastern part of it. Pressure still 1,007. Rainfall still 1 to 3 inches. Surf, we could see some rip currents, so yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and go to this. We're gonna go to the cone for reference. So yeah, it's expected to stay a 45 mile per hour storm by the NHC, and then we can do a depression by Wednesday and then turn according to the NHC. But however, there are basically models that disagree with that, and we'll explain why in just a second. But first of all, the tracks. We're going to compare that to compare the NHC first, and then these models, which are like we still do not know when that turn is going to begin. We still don't. I don't know how or why, but there is still a large area of this thing probably going to turn. Two of the models, the HMNI and the TCI, don't even have it turning at this point. They have it going straight west-northwestward, which, if that's the case, that's a bit of an issue, especially for the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos. So, at this point, the models here are just way too spread out for me to make a complete analysis and analyze. Basically, just predict where this thing is going to go. It's way too spread out for me to say anything about that. And the second thing is the intensity. All these models down here is kept a weak tropical storm into a tropical depression, which is in line with the NHC, but a couple models pique my interest. First one is the CEMI, which has it gradually strengthening into a strong tropical storm. But the COTI it absolutely just jumps up to Category 3 strength by 5 days out, which I can say that that's a bit outlandish at this time, unless the storm rapidly organizes into something that we haven't expected in a while. So, yeah, the majority of these models agree that it's going to be a weak tropical storm into a tropical depression, but these two models especially the COTI, they just have it jumping up to a Cat 3. In order for that to happen, it would have to. I know these are delayed images right here, but it would have to basically its center circulation. We're gonna pause. Nope. I'm gonna pause something real quick. Center circulation is right here. In order for that to happen, it would need to develop a pretty impressive core around it and form it very quickly. If that's the case, and I know this imagery is delayed, then it has a shot at maybe hurricane strength. But Category 3 seems a bit outlandish. But at this point, I'm not ruling out that model. But yeah, it seems very unlikely for that to happen. So yeah, I know, once again, I understand these images are delayed. And okay, now this isn't even working at all. Yeah. Okay, we got back. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have the latest. We now have the latest right here. Where's that center? Yeah, center circulation's right there. Yeah, they just updated it, thankfully, as as I was recording this. So thankfully, they updated it. So yeah, the huge amount of storms are blowing up over here, but there's really nothing near the center of circulation at this time. So unless this core moves over, or the center of the storm relocates its center to over here, then it's probably not going to be a hurricane at this point, unless it does something we don't expect at all. So, yeah, thank goodness this came in just as I was making this video. So now you guys have the latest information, thankfully. So, yeah, we're gonna start with about 5 takeaways I want to give to you guys. All right, first takeaway: still a 45-mile-per-hour tropical storm, and no changes put to the advisory. So that's the first key takeaway, I'd say. Well, this is the next key takeaway. The NHC cone has it turning, has a confident turn over, like, east of the Turks and Caicos, but all of these models, like, are spread out so far that basically it makes the NHC's cone not irrelevant per se, but like somewhat unreliable, because we don't know when it's going to start turning, and depending on how on its turn will depend on how strong it is. Takeaway 3: majority of the models have it at a low tropical storm or tropical depression. However, the COTI has it jumping up to a Category 3 hurricane, which is at this time outlandish, to say at the very least. The CEMI, I would say, until something drastic happens, that this would be its max strength at this point. And the fourth takeaway is that we finally got the updated information. And if this becomes the center of circulation, which, hold on, I'm looking, this is still the center of circulation right here, but if this like shifts to the center of circulation, or the center of circulation relocates to this, then it does have a chance at hurricane strength, but at this point we don't have very much information at this point. So I'll be keeping a close eye on that. A video on Tropical Storm Rose will be out very quickly. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more updates.